Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Billy Blue here. How are you? I'm making this video to announce my 2024 Appalachian through hike attempt. I'd like to try to hike the whole thing in its entirety, and you can never guarantee that I'll complete it, but I'm gonna definitely start it. I can't guarantee I'll complete it because the Appalachian Trail is 2,200 miles. Anything could happen. You could get injured or this or that, but I'm going to do my best to complete it. And I don't plan on quitting either. Why do I want to do the Appalachian Trail? Well, I'll go into that for a few reasons, but first of all, let me say how I got here, like why I got to this point where I wanted to do the Appalachian Trail. I had vaguely heard of it before, but I didn't really know anything about it. In fact, I didn't really know anything about through hiking, the term through hiking, or any of this stuff until a few years ago when I did this sort of spontaneous hike in the pandemic in Ohio. I just had a backpack and some clothes. I had no camping equipment or nothing. I didn't know anything, and first day I got caught out in a storm. You guys maybe remember some of that live streams I did, and I hiked like 80 miles in maybe, I don't know, was it 7 days? I just stayed in motels along the way in small towns. I hiked on a rail to trail, which is like a bike path that was converted to rail. That was just a few years ago. I think that was maybe like in June or July 2020. Well, ever since then, that's kind of spurred an interest in hiking and camping. And actually on that hike, I met a guy, an old man, who told me about the Appalachian Trail. And ever since then, I've had this kind of desire to do like a massive through hike. And that desire was further enhanced when I was sitting around, during the pandemic and watching YouTubers like Ivy Tat, Sebcam. They had some amazing hikes and adventures across America. Ivy Tat, he did a triple crown. He did the Appalachian Trail, hiked the whole thing. There's 3 big trails in America. I know not everybody here, knows all the hiking stuff. I didn't know any of it, but there's 3 big ones. The Appalachian Trail is actually the smallest. It's 2,200 miles. The other 2 go from Mexico to Canada all the way. The Pacific Crest Trail and Continental Divide Trail. The Appalachian Trail is considered the easiest of the 3, and it's the shortest, but it's not short. It's 2,200 miles. It's just the other ones are even more so. But anyways, I was watching these guys, Ivy Tat and Sebcam. And Sebcam, he wasn't really doing a trail, but he ran across America. But those 2 guys really inspired me, and then I've done some hikes on my own. I followed up the Ohio hike with a longer hike. I walked across the whole state, 330 miles last year. And then once again, I loved that experience. It took me about a month. And recently I got back from England. I did not really any kind of through hikes, but I was on some kind of trails, some tough trails along the coast in Cornwall. So I've just decided, basically on that trip in England, I decided this is what I want to do. I want to do the Appalachian Trail in 2024. So this will probably be one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, because, and that's kind of what attracts me to it. People might want to do the Appalachian Trail for different reasons, but for me, I just kind of relish the challenge of it. Like, it's going to be a huge test of physical, and I think even more so mental. There's going to be a strong desire just to quit. I mean, it's going to be, there's going to be, especially for a novice hiker and camper like myself, you're going to be in bad weather and rain sometimes for days and even maybe weeks. It's not real warm. It's going to be cold a lot, but then you might get some heat in the summer. You have the elements. You're not going to be going like a week without taking a shower, because there's just not many towns and or hotels along the way. It's going to be a challenge, like just staying hydrated with the water. You have to get your own water from streams. You have to, sometimes take 4 or 5 days worth of food because there's just nowhere to get food for 4 or 5 days of walking. So it's all these challenges, and then the mental challenge of the fortitude of just sticking with it. It's really that's really what attracts me, the challenge of it. Like, I want to try to complete it. Now, the Appalachian Trail is getting more and more popular every year. I think it actually doubled. The amount of people that did it in 2023 was nearly twice as much as the people that did it in 2021. And so it's getting more and more popular every year. And there might come a time, 5-10 years from now, where there's just going to be so many people on the trail that this might be the best time to do it. there's also a lot of other things with the trail. There's ticks all over, in the east that time of year. There's a lot of ticks. They carry Lyme disease. A lot of people actually get Lyme disease on the East Coast from ticks. There's bears. There's just a lot of challenges, and I think it's going to be an epic adventure. Now, another reason I want to do is I just really got into like hiking. Like I really get into or just walking huge miles and pushing myself. I enjoy that. Like when I was just back in England, I was in just hanging around London. I was live streaming, and I pushed myself right before I left to do 24 miles in London, which is quite a lot of miles. You gotta remember, London is not mountains. It's like one of the biggest cities in the world, but you got stop walks and all these things, all these barriers of urban life and walking. You got streets you got to constantly cross and this and that. And I was live streaming the whole time, so. And I really enjoyed it. I like that last few hours. My feet were killing me. My legs were hurting. I'd already done like 18 miles, but I just wanted to keep pushing myself more and more. And I didn't even finish walking until midnight to get those 24 miles in. So that kind of stuff I really enjoy. I really enjoy like pushing my body to the limits. And even if I got to rest a day or two the next day and recover. And so I'm really going to relish all of that on the trail. But yeah, it's going to be a challenge. But I'm the only thing that's going to stop me, nothing is going to stop me from doing the trail except for if I get a serious injury somehow, which, I break my leg or something, or I before the trip, or I get seriously ill, or I get married. That's a joke, but you never know. It could happen. But if any of those things happen, I might not do the trail. But I'm not. Those things are all quite unlikely. So I might do a trip beforehand because I'm probably not going to be starting the trail till April. April is a long ways off. That's like four plus months. So you could start in March, but I'm kind of leaning towards starting in April. So I might do some traveling and go somewhere else before then. But anywhere I go, I'm going to buy a round trip ticket and make sure I get back here in America to do that trail. Like I said, nothing's going to stop me. Even if I'm broke somehow, I don't have any money. I'll have PayPal links in my videos. I'll do some serious quote e-begging to get that trail going, and I got a great audience. So I'm sure you guys are probably chip in for a hostel once in a while. But I'm gonna be probably vlogging the trip. The vlogging is something I haven't really done much of recently, but I'm kind of forced to do it on the Appalachian Trail because to do what I do with the live streaming, you need really good internet, which I'm not going to have. It's going to be spotty. That's just not good for streaming. And you're going to need a ton of power banks. You might have to go days without being able to charge anything. So it's just not real practical to try to stream it. And so I just figure out I'm trying to make daily vlogs of my trip, but that's basically it. I know there's a lot of people that doubt me and that can do this or pull it off. But feel free to do that because that just gives me more motivation and encouragement. So positivity and you can feed off both. They can both fuel you. You don't want to let the positive people down that are looking forward and want to see it and are supporting you. But the people that say, oh, he's not going to last 1 week out there, that also can give you encouragement. So respect all opinions. And I had some mishaps camping. I'm not really an experienced camper. I've only camped 8 times in the last 3 years on these hikes because mostly I was staying in motels, hotels. But I have a very primitive camping setup, just with a bivvy and a tarp. And I wasn't very good using a tarp, and so it's going to be a huge challenge. But I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, I might be traveling soon. Like I said, I got some time off. I'm not sure where I'm going to go. I was thinking of Mexico. I was thinking Colombia. I was thinking back to Asia or maybe India or Thailand. I'm not sure where, but I think I might be going somewhere soon this winter. And I'll be training, walking, probably live streaming. But yeah, that's just my announcement. I'll see you guys maybe on the road soon. Peace out. Big ups. Cheers.